we have the 2021 single vineyard wines. We were talking about the Crus. We were talking about what makes Barolo the thing that everyone wants to strive for, drink, and collect. And you know what we're doing? We're going from north to south, covering all of the major Crus. And I cannot wait to get right into this. Now, to kick things off, we're just going to get right to it. We're going to get to a producer that I've shown you guys before, and I'm showing you again. We're talking about Fratelli Alessandria, and specifically the Montbelliero vineyard. This vineyard is special. It's really special. And producers now are doing everything they can to make some from it. But Fratelli Alessandria, they're one of the best. They're one of the oldest, and they do it fantastic. And I got it right here. I'm going to taste it right for you guys. That's going to get you weak in your knees. Holy cow. Already out of the gate, we're at a 10. We're at an 11. This is amazing. It is just so subtle, nuanced, elegance, but with this savory base quality to it that I'm really, really loving. These sour red cherries, raspberries, dark red fruits, dark red cherries, a little bit of all top knife, tobacco, licorice, herbs. Oh my God, this is wow. We are off to a killer start. Now we did the normale in the previous video on part one. This time we're going to the big leg. We're bringing in the big guns, and this is showing exactly why it is that. This is a monster. This is just freaking awesome. This is so collectible, and it's just beautiful. Now, wine number two, we got a classic. We have a producer that is so important, really, to the whole existence of like Crus in Barolo. And we're talking about Renato Ratti and Marcanasco. Renato Ratti was actually one of the first producers to map out the vineyards and really give kind of defined boundaries to them. This is a producer that's been around for a long time, and they went through a modern phase and they pulled back, and yet they still remain a little under the radar. I think they're a little forgotten by the Conoscenti, and that's okay because that brings a possible value for us. I cannot wait to try this. This is Lamora, and we're going to get right into it. There's this like sort of like cinnamon spice, dark red cherry, raspberry thing, violets. There is a like little grainy woodiness that I would imagine that could be from some new oak. I purposely didn't do too much research on this because I just want to go into these with as little preconceived notions as possible. But violets, little rose petal, and it's like nice savory, but with like some lift. And I cannot wait to taste this. You know, life is all about balance and in the yin and the yang. It's really unfortunate because Renato Ratti came right after, well, the Fratelli Alessandria, but it's still a really good wine. Look, these are young wines, so this is going to need some time, and I'd certainly recommend you aging it. What I like is elegance and some of the refinement that's going on. The tannins are a little grainy and a little stiff, and I'm not sure how those will resolve in time. But the Marcanasco is normally a really good value, and they make two higher end wines that are even more expensive. But I would still recommend this. I think it's a really good wine. It's just coming right after an absolute monster, and what can you do? Now, our next producer is one of these producers I really love to show in these tastings. This is Vira Aurelege. And I've shown them before, and I'm pretty sure I got the name wrong the last time. It's okay, whatever. And this is their Fossati. This is coming from Lamora. And what I like about these guys is how elegant and just aromatic they make their wines. Whereas the 2020, and I'm going to be sure to link that video, was like really upfront and aromatic. This is kind of closed up shop. A little difficult, a little ornery, almost a little simple. There's a lovely red cherry, strawberry, sort of like confected red fruit and some rose petals, but it's not giving up much. This is what happens when you open up wines at this age. They're really young. This is going to be in a tight spot. And this is what we're having at the moment. That's okay, because I'm going to taste this. Now, when I did the 2020 video, I certainly commented on how suave and sexy the mouthfeel was on their wine, and that's certainly following through here. But the tightness of the nose is also following through here. This is in a valley. We have a lot of their plaudits, and I really trust who brings them in, so I can see that this can be good. Right now, it's not showing. That's okay. What can you do? Wine number four is yet another classic producer, and this is a producer that is insanely important. We're talking about Giacomo Brezza, and this is their Canubi bottling, which is what they're most famous for. And Brezza's been around since the late 1800s. This is one of the oldest Barolo houses that's been consistent. It's an unbroken line for about 6 or 7 generations now, and yet they somehow remain underrated. I don't know how that happens, but I'm totally cool with that. And this is why I'm drinking it for you guys. We're going to taste it right now. Pure, refined, lithe, elegant, deft. There's this lightness of being that I'm really, really, really digging. This understated savoriness, this earthiness, this sort of violet herb leather note with like these dark red fruits. strawberries. It's really complex, really lovely, and just really elegant. And what a way to get into this. And I am going to taste this for you right now. So, like the last two lines, that's also a bit ornery on the palate. Hey, these are 2021s, fresh vintage. What can you do? But here's what I can say: having had these wines with age on them, you do need to seek these out, and but also you kind of totally need to age these. The elegance and the classic Canubi will come through with age. The tans are really grippy right now, like really grippy right now, and they're kind of thrashing up the palate. But this is why I'm going through this for you guys, and this is why I'm happy to do it. So just so that you know, if you do buy this or when you buy this, I'd say you want to give this at least 5 years before you start thinking about getting into it because it's really going to benefit and you're going to be a much happier consumer for it. Now, wine number five, this big 9 bottle lineup. This is a producer I am so excited to try. We are talking about Gianluca Colombo and their Rivera bottling. Gianluca Colombo is one of these new wave producers, postmodern classic, whatever, however you want to say it. But he's doing some really, really cool stuff. He's someone that's bringing new ideas, but those new ideas are also old ideas, if that makes sense, right? What's old is new is old, all those things. And this is his Rivera bottling. And this is a wine that really I've been looking forward to so much. I've really been getting into his wines. Rivera, amazing, amazing crew that Elvio Conio is best known for. And now we have some Gianluca Colombo. So I could not wait to try this for you guys. We're back in business, baby. We are back in business. This is kicking it. This is kicking it. Man, I'm a huge, huge fan. And what's so cool is like there's this real spice note that's like going through, and I'm really, really digging. But also these dark red fruits, dark red cherries, tobacco, licorice, something very Barolo. And it just brings like this base and this real sort of stature to it behind it, but while still being something really refined and elegant. And I cannot wait to taste this. Yeah, I'm really confident of that one. The tans are really grippy right now, understandably. It's Nebbiolo. These are young wines, but it's got some real power behind it on the palate that I think is going to require time to let it sort itself out. But don't let that fool you. This is awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. This is really delivering. I think this is around like 100 to 120, so not cheap. But if you're looking for something to give it 15, 20, 30 years, this is absolutely candidate for that. And one you should absolutely look out for. Gianluca Colombo, he's one of these producers that is just killing it. And I am so happy to have tasted that for you. Now, there's no way I'd be doing one of these videos without having Cavallotto in the lineup. I've had Cavallotto every single time I've done one of these, and I will be doing it in perpetuity, at least as best I can. And so we have the classic Prico. Mm-mm-mm. This is going to be really good, but right now it's also really good, and it's really, really good. I don't know how many times I can say really, really good, but here I am saying really, really good. That's 4 times. Kidding aside, this is going to that purple sort of style, and in a way that I dig. I like these sort of savory searching type of Barolos. It's not a puppy dog, but it's not aloof. Does that make sense? Or at least I hope it does. To the point that it shows so much, and yet there's still clearly way more it can give. Violets, dark red cherries, raspberries, crushed berries, a little earth, sort of like truffle flakes, truffle shavings, and this really leather spice. It's really, really cool. It's really, really cool, and I cannot wait to taste this for you. It's super young on the palate, understandably. The nose tells me where this is going to go. This vintage is showing me a lot more tannin and grip than I've initially expected, which is totally okay. 19 and 20s were so giving on the go. And it's kind of cool to see like 21 being like, yeah, climate change is a thing, but we're still going to be classic. We're still going to deliver this. And when I had a chance to visit PM1 last year, they were comparing this to 1999, which is a great vintage and one that we want. This Rico Polski's, this is a long haul wine, and this is a wine that's great for your cellar. You're not going to regret buying this at all. And it delivers so well. Right now, though, it's a little ornery. That's okay. It's 2021. It's a brand new wine. So what I would say is just buy it, stash it, forget it for a bit, and then be really happy you have it in about 8 years or so. And now we're moving down into Monforte, and specifically Paolo Giordano Perno. Now, this is my first time having Paolo Giordano, but I wanted something from Monforte, and I saw this brought in by Wasserman. So I don't have much familiarity with this, or any at all. But generally, when Wasserman brings something in, I'm going to be really confident, right? A lot more bass notes on this. A lot more bass notes on this. Kind of serious and I like how my voice is lowered a bit, but really savory, deep, contemplative. There is a bit of this grainy texture that I wonder slightly if there might be some newer OT maybe, but this dark red fruit, dark red cherry, raspberry, sort of violet leather herbs, and just a lot of wild herbs, wild flowers. But this really leans again into those base notes. We're going lower in the register, and it's really cool. And I cannot wait to taste this. That's a grippy wine. Uh, that's young, like really young. Holy cow! That's got some power behind it. That's a bucking bronco. That's raw. I mean, it's not like natural raw, but you know what I'm saying. Really grippy, really powerful. That needs time. I have no clue where it's going to go. Truthfully, I haven't had it before. What can you do? But there's something really cool here. I'm a little confused by it, if you will. Doesn't seem the most Wasserman wine to me, and that's okay. I'm not gonna say it's a miss. I'm not gonna say it's a real hit. Maybe it's a bunt single. Sure. Yeah. That's gonna need time. I hope that I come across it again. But truth be told, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it at this time. What can you do? Now, wine 8 out of 9 in this big old marathon we got going is one that I really like, or at least the producer. We're talking about Guido Poro, classic Kermit Lynch producer in their last scope. Now, Guido Poro is constantly a killer value producer that yet, for some reason, remains under the radar. But yet, these wines seem to show so well. I haven't had the 21 yet, but I have been blown away by a lot of Guido Poro wines. I got this in the glass, and I cannot wait to taste it for you. We back in business. We back in business. Oh yeah. So we're in Serralunga now, and Serralunga is where you get these sort of big barrel-chested, strong wines. You know, your sort of pulp onion type stuff, and that's coming through. That more robust nature of it's really coming through. But what's cool is that you get this upper floral aspect that I'm really digging. Something very potpourri about it, like a lot of wildflowers, the violets, just really perfumed, but on the low end theory. I cannot wait to taste this for you. So I started this off by saying this is constantly a winner for me, and that's doing it right here. Right here. Wow. Awesome. I'm really surprised this is the first time I've done a Guido Poro for you guys. I'm going to change that going forward. This delivers. This delivers so well. And it doesn't have that raw power that I would fully expect, which is good. I'm saying that in all the good ways. It's accessible for a young Barolo, and it will absolutely hold up for a while. This is something that you really should be building your collection around. How these guys have constantly gone under the radar, I don't know. And how the price hasn't gone up, I don't know. But you know what? That is an opportunity for all of us. I fully encourage you to get into that and seriously try it. Guido Poro kicks butt in this 2021 Lazzo Risco. Absolutely kicks butt. You know, all good things have to end. And we now have the final wine in this video. We're talking about the Torre Germano Cerezza. And it's brought in by one of my favorite Italian importers, Oliver McCrum. Oliver McCrum also brings in this Brezza. And Ettore Germano has been producer. He's really championed for years. And they kind of remained also under the radar. And that's what I'm trying to do here is show you guys these producers that I think are fantastic, yet aren't costing you an arm and a leg to get them. Ettore Germano does things classic. They're really dialed in. And yet, again, they just remain a little ignored. But that's our advantage. I have some in the glass, and I cannot wait to try this for you. It's tight, but I like the purple perfumes. It's really elegant. There's this dance going on in the glass, and it wants to give, but not fully at this time. But what's there is really pretty, really poised. This chalky minerality, crush rock flint, tobacco, dark red fruits. This slightly restrained power, but something that is still not overwhelming. Elegant, and I like saying elegant, but that's just what we're dealing with here. Something that I'm really digging, and I cannot wait to taste this for you. We started on a high, we're ending on a high. Here's what I love about this wine so much. I love the crescendo on a palate. Hits thin, glides across, screams at the end. And that's what's happening here. It hits your palate nice and thin. But by the time that finish happens, it's filled up your mouth. There's all this perfume and like just wonderment going on. youthful tannins. I am not going to sit here and say like, oh my God, you can drink this right now. No, it's young, but it's really awesome. And it's one you absolutely should be putting in your cellar. I would not hesitate that for a second. I hope you guys had a great time watching this video, and I hope you learned a lot. 2021, this is looking like a killer vintage. We've had some ups and downs in this tasting. That's fine. I think this vintage is going to reward a lot on the patience. There's some real structures to these wines, but these are some fantastic wines, and these are showing that step up you would expect when you're dealing with these wines. Now, let me know. Are you a big fan of Barolo? And be sure to hit that like button, and absolutely be sure to hit that subscribe button.